Ceago Vineyard. A vineyard established in year 2000 by founder Jim Fenzer is a winery which produces high-quality biodynamic wine, which is both healthy and eco-friendly. Biodynamic wine is currently not as widely known as compared to organic wine, as only 50% of people have heard of biodynamic wine, and only 8% of them have tasted it. However, almost everyone who heard of biodynamic wine has a positive perception on the quality of the wine. To determine if Ceago should continue pursuing growth in the biodynamic wine industry, we've done a comparison with other wines in terms of profit, eco-friendliness, and growth potential. Biodynamic wine currently has the highest profit at $12.33. This is because even though biodynamic wine has the highest cost of production, it also commands a high price with better quality and taste. In terms of production process, biodynamic wine has an eco-friendly production process, while the other two wines do not. And this coincides with the founder's value as he has spent his whole life promoting sustainable wine practices. Lastly, we believe that the market for biodynamic wine is largely untapped, as you can see that only a small minority of the public has heard of biodynamic wine. Furthermore, it has a huge potential for growth as people nowadays are not only becoming more health conscious but also more eco-friendly. Research has shown that premium wines have increased their shares by 13%, while everyday wine shares decreased by 2%. This shows that the quality of the wine is a more important factor than the price. Therefore, even with higher prices, we believe that biodynamic wine will still be popular with the consumers. Adding on to that, Ceago already have the necessary knowledge and equipment to produce biodynamic wine. Therefore, we feel that pursuing the biodynamic route for Ceago's expansion would be the most viable option.
The aim of our presentation is for Ceago to increase the sales volume of the wine and also to expand into the overseas market in the future. To achieve these aims, we have divided our recommendations into short-term, mid-term, and the long-term. The aim of our short-term recommendations is to increase awareness of biodynamic wine and expand the distribution network of wine within the US. We'll be targeting mainly the middle to high income professionals, as research has shown that this group of consumers has the largest proportion of wine drinkers at 62%. Our first recommendation is to increase awareness of biodynamic wine via advertisements and interviews on popular wine magazines such as Wine Spectator. This is mainly because Wine Spectator is the highest subscribed wine magazine in the US, and more than 75% of its subscribers are high-income professionals. This will allow us to reach out to more than 250,000 of our target customers. The cost of these advertisements will be estimated at $5 million per year. Our second recommendation for Ceago is to shift their focus to online sales, as we believe this will allow Ceago to reach out to a larger market through the internet. With the lifting of the ban on direct sales of wine to 24 states, online sales of wine will be estimated to grow at an average of 30 to 40% per annum. We can also partner with delivery companies such as FedEx and USPS to provide free delivery services for customers with purchases of above $200 to encourage online sales. Cost of these online sales, including partnership and revamping of Ceago's webpage, will amount to about $2 million. Next, the mid-term recommendation to expand Ceago's vineyard will be the ecotourism projects that are already planned. However, instead of operating these projects yourself, we recommend you to form partnerships instead. For example, for the hotels, villas, and casitas, you can collaborate with Marriott Hotels because these hotel chains not only have the expertise of operating hotels but are also aligned with your green values. Forming partnerships will allow us to concentrate on operations at the vineyard and at the same time earning commission from these results. Estimated revenue from this partnership will be at $7 million a year after a 54-46 split of the revenue. Partnerships can be also formed with famous restaurants and retail operators such as Metro Prime Steakhouse and Madison Realty Capital, as they have the technical know-how of these operations. The revenue from the restaurant and retail establishments will be at an estimated $5 million a year. Moving on to our long-term recommendations, our aim is to expand our sales network of biodynamic wine into other parts of the world, such as China, and also to increase capacity to cope with the increase in demand. This project will be split into within US and outside of US. Within US, we will seek to acquire 3 to 4 vineyards within the next 5 years. This will increase our maximum capacity to 100,000 cases a year and thus allow us to cope with the increasing demand for our wine. The cost of acquiring the vineyards will be estimated at about 10 million per vineyard. This is calculated based on a 4% annual inflation rate over the next 5 years. Research and development will also be carried out to determine the benefits of biodynamic wine. The results from the research will equip us with the knowledge to better educate the public about the benefits of biodynamic wine. The cost of the R&D is estimated to be at about 2 million a year. Outside of US, we'll be looking to penetrate into major markets, and one market which we will concentrate on will be China. Research has shown that due to the growing affluence of the Chinese, demand for wine has been growing at more than 50% per annum. This represents a huge potential for growth with its growing demand and large population. Furthermore, survey results have shown that the Chinese are becoming more environmentally friendly, as 83% of them will be more loyal to a brand if they can see the company reducing its carbon footprint. This will therefore drive greater demand for your biodynamic wine. We'll segment the market via age group and income level, and we will target the middle class, young working adults aged 25 to 40 years old. We will therefore position ourselves as a company which produces wine that is beneficial to both the body and the environment. To enter the Chinese market, it will be done by two ways. Firstly, in order to increase awareness of Ceago's biodynamic wine in China, we can get endorsements from celebrities such as sport athletes like Yao Ming. Secondly, we'll increase our presence in the market by distribution via major supermarket chains in China such as Walmart and Carrefour. Total cost for our projects in China will require about 50 million over a period of 5 years.
So, how will all these recommendations benefit our stakeholders? We have identified three main stakeholders, namely the consumers, partners, and owners. For the consumers, not only will they be able to enjoy higher quality and better tasting wine, they will also be able to learn about the process of biodynamic production, and furthermore, the consumers can also purchase the wine directly from Ceago at a lower price through the internet, as they do not have to go through retailers and distributors. For the partners, they will be able to increase their presence in more areas and also profit from the operations of these hotels and establishments without incurring the cost of constructing them. For the owners, one of the major benefits is higher profits. You will also be able to allow more people to learn about the biodynamic wine and so improve their perception of the wine. So, with all these projects, how much is the increase in revenue? We estimate that from online sales and distribution, it will allow us to increase our total wine sales by 10% a year. From 2008, our revenue increased by 10 million from the operations of our eco-tourism projects. As we begin to penetrate the overseas market in 2010, our total sales will increase at a rate of 20% per annum. Taking into account all the projects, Ceago's revenue will increase by more than 9 times, from 2.6 million to 24 million in 2012. Among all our projects, we've identified 2 risks and the ways to mitigate them. One of the risks is that the cost spent on R&D may not be justified, as the results from the research may not be favourable or it may take longer than estimated to obtain substantial results. To mitigate this risk, Ceago can collaborate with other biodynamic wineries to conduct the research together so that the cost of R&D for Ceago will be lower. The second risk identified is that ecotourism projects may not be as successful as consumers may not know about these new establishments. To mitigate this risk, Ceago can work with tour agencies to bring in tour groups and make Ceago part of a tour's itinerary. So, what do you have to do now? Firstly, you can begin the short-term plan of online distribution and advertising. Research and development efforts can also begin in 2006. Next, in 2008 through to 2012, you can begin acquiring vineyards to increase the production capacity to cater to the increase in demand as we begin expansion into other markets in 2009. All in all, we hope that our recommendations will help Ceago achieve sustainable growth and expansion into other parts of the world while continuing to pursue green initiatives to reach their position where it truly deserves.